Super Eagles of Nigeria have done their final training session. That is match day -1 training session ahead of the game against Cote d'Ivoire. All eyes are locked. Everybody is locked on ensuring that they deliver the 3 points against the host. The question remains, however, would they be able to walk the big talk that they all spoke yesterday? The coach, the players all said we are professionals and we are going against Ivory Coast to get all 3 points. Mike, do you think we can get all 3 points against Cote d'Ivoire?
Of course, yes, because when you look at how these players have come out in their training session, I think it's better to see them in training to determine how they want to play. And the fact that we're getting Kelechi Iheanacho back, I honestly feel we need one magical moment in the game against Ivory Coast. Last time we were at the AFCON, one magical moment against Egypt was from Kelechi Iheanacho. So I think we need a moment against Ivory Coast. That being said, I think bearing the game in mind, bearing is a big game, I think the player will step up. One of the key things people have mentioned about the players is that, they're not showing fight, they're not showing zeal to play for the Super Eagles and all of that. I think it was because the first game under the sun, they created the chances, really couldn't score enough, just scored one, considered one. But that being said, I have a feeling that because it's a game against the host nation, the pedigree of the game really matters. There are no two same games in football. So I am hopeful that they know what is at stake and they know how important it is for 3 points. Because you cannot say because there is the top place, best placed team to get into the next round, and you feel that yes, we can actually do. But I think they can get 3 points. In fact, I think they can even keep a clean sheet.
Okay, so he believes that we are going to keep a clean sheet. But my ultimate question now, however, is Jose Peseiro has Murphy fit, Kelechi Iheanacho fit, Paul Onuachu fit, and Yusuf out. Do you expect that with the inclusion of these 3 players that just joined camp, basically, do you expect a change in formation for the coach ahead of Cote d'Ivoire's game?
If I expect a change in formation, I think it's going to be in midfield. I don't think it's going to change something going forward. Although, personally, I have a feeling that Moses Simon should be dropped. I have that feeling, bringing Kelechi to the side, depending on how fit he is. But aside that, I also have a feeling that you can actually drop Moses Simon, because Moses Simon seems to be that player that can actually change something for you off the bench. Which Samuel Chukwueze coming off the bench, I don't think can actually help you with a change. So if Samuel Chukwueze has helped you run rag the defense of the Ivory Coast team, can bring in the certain Moses Simon, who is really good in terms of taking on his man and also delivering the crosses. And in the midfield, I have a feeling that he shouldn't do the change of trying to bring in Joe Aribo and Alex Iwobi. That would be too soft. So I'm feeling Bafra Onyedika, can actually come in
alongside Onyeka and Iwobi.
Yes, with that energy and all of that. And I'm also praying that it's a day for Victor Osimhen to have his scoring boots on, not for 1 goal, for 2 goals. I mean,
for 2 to 3.
Yeah,
I mean, for 2 to 3.
I mean, if you score a hat-trick against Ivory Coast,
why not?
So that's how I rate him to be. So yes, I'm confident in what they can actually do. 100% they have my support, because what is it to be at this Nations Cup and your team is out, say in the group stage, is not good enough. I can't say yes, I will stay to the final. Mostly with third place team having a chance. So it's not going to be good enough. So I'm expecting I'm expecting a couple of change, but what's the Peseiro is the Peseiro. I think going into the press conference today, he has what he wanted to do in mind.
Okay.
He has to start in 11, but I can only hope that God will give us the game.
I mean, he just had his Amadou Pinnick moment. Just imagine what it means if we live in the group stage, your team. Imagine what it means, our bilateral agreements with Qatar. They were not going to be at the World Cup, but my question, if you say you want to start with Chukwueze and Lookman, if you have to bring in Moses Simon, which wing will you play him, 7 or 11?
Depending on how the game goes, really. Depending on how switched on Ademola Lookman or Chukwueze is, depending on who starts. Lookman starts because he got an assist, very good cross for Victor Osimhen, good header from the striker too. So it depends on how the game pan out at the end of the day. And the funny thing about this one is that the defensive line of Ivory Coast, we saw them in the first game, they're shaky. The press from Kelechi Iheanacho, if they can help the press from Victor Osimhen against the Equatorial Guinea, if he keeps up with that press and the midfield also helps him, I think they can get some moment that would make them G3 at the back. And also people say, we're playing against the host and all of these things. I don't have a problem with the host because I saw the way they were able to rant.
Yes.
They were able to support their club. I don't think they have that energy. It was until when they score 1, score 2.
Yes, true.
But tomorrow, I'm very hopeful. So it depends on how the 2 wingers come up to play. And it depends on who is more effective in the game. So whosoever, the fact that Moses Simon can play on both wings is also a good one for us. But I'm hopeful that we will not even need Moses Simon in the game. I'm hopeful that we're able to score 2 goals inside 60 minutes. We just keep off shove.
Funny enough, if you score 2 goals in 20 minutes, take off one of your wide men and put Moses Simon because he offers the most defensively for you, so you need him on the pitch almost immediately. But why are you going to maintain your goalkeeper and your two centre backs?
Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that.
Semi and Ekong still start for you.
Semi and Ekong still start for me.
I'm not in with a shout considering the nature of the game.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, in fact, I was not going to mention Omeri. I was looking at Pesero wanting to bring back his Semi and Calvin defensive partnership.
No.
That would be a calamity. So, for experience sake, I think I would do Ekong and Omero. I would do that, but for the sake of continuity, because they played the first game, playing the second game, maybe the coach would do that. But Nwabali start for me for 100%. His man handling the ball. When he considered, I could see the way he shouted at who dropped the ball now, Frank Oyeka and all of that. So yeah, I'll keep my centre back pairing if I'm to bring in a player, of course, because of the magnitude of the game. Kelenti Omero comes in, while I keep Stanley Nwabali, of course.
Okay, but we saw a period in the game where Calvin Bassey was put on at left back. Zaidu still starts, or you start with Bassey that's a warrior basically?
Zaidu starts. This is a Zaidu PR. I like it. I don't know. I like the guy. He's really good. Zaidu starts. And I have a problem with Pesero substituting the fullbacks in games. We need a goal, and it's the fullback being substituted. It's not like you're trying to even play from the back. It's a big problem for me. I saw that in the Equatorial Guinea game. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? We need a goal, and it's defender for defender, like for like substitution. It's not good enough. So for me, Zaidu Sanusi start. Online also starts, obviously. I think I start the back line. But for the sake of experience, I do get into Miro for Chemilu Goja.
Okay, now this is away from the AFCON. Nigerians have come out for a long time for a JJ Okocha replacement. Now, across all Nigerian, because you follow Nigerian football, across all Nigerian midfielders at the AFCON, the ones in the MPFL, the ones in different leagues in the world at the moment, do you think we have a player that is closest to type to JJ Okocha? Maybe not the exact player, but closest to type.
Closest to type midfield, I don't think so. The funny thing, the boy, his uncle, that's his uncle, Alex Iwobi.
I know.
That's the funny thing. There's no player that's close to that. Really, that's the funny thing about the whole situation. I don't think we have that player that is really close in terms of that flair. I think we do, but we've lost him to England in a way, and that's Eze of Crystal Palace.
Yes, Eze of Crystal Palace. Okay, but we might never get the flair, the dribble the entire field and go on, but we should be able to confirm I can beat my first two men and advance the ball forward over 10 to 15 to 20 yards forward. Do we have that player that can slot right in?
I don't think so.
Let me throw a couple of names at you. Ibrahim Olaoyin, for example.
He's not a midfielder. That's where the problem is. He plays from the wing,
but he's a midfielder.
He's a midfielder that's trying to be a midfielder
and can also play right wing or left wing.
So if he can make a name for himself in the midfield, I think yes, Ibrahim Olaoyin is very good. Whenever I watch him in Enugu, the moment he gets the ball, the whole stadium stands still because you know that something's about to happen.
Magic is about to happen.
And I think there's this player I'm trying to pick, but I can't really remember the name now.
Let me see if I can find the name.
Funny enough, I forgot.
Okay. Talking about quality of deliveries now, Osimhen had several times where he made the run and the line not cut back or someone else cut back. What do we need to do to get the crosses to come in early? Osimhen fits on those crosses coming in early. What do we need to do to get the crosses in early?
Very, very apt with your wingers. You have to make them know that get the cross in. You dribble one, get the cross in. It's not like you dribble one, you're cutting back.
All our wingers want to dribble two people. The extra touch.
And all I know is the fullback does not cross enough time. That's where the problem is. Only Ademola Lookman looks like he dribbles one, it crosses the ball immediately. Simon still wants to dribble one more time. Samuel Chukwueze still wants to dribble one more time. So we can only hope that these wingers and the fullbacks are on points in their A game.
Okay, so I want to commit you at this point. I'll walk off camera and put the camera right in your face so you can do this directly. I want to commit you at this point. Make a bold prediction on how the game will end.
Côte d'Ivoire 0, Nigeria 2, Victor Osimhen, Alex Iwobi.
Victor Osimhen, Alex Iwobi. Okay, there you have it, guys. Mike the Pundit. Thank you very much.
Thank you.